Good evening. As a preliminary matter, this is John Regan, Chair of the Auburn Planning Board. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Wendy Steinhilber. Ron Brooks. Nicholas Lynch.
Present.
Steve Chambers.
Present.
Todd Corain.
Present.
Town officials and employees participating, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Town planner, Adam
John, it's
Menard.
Ronnie Brooks.
Okay, Ron. Town planner, Adam Menard.
Yeah.
Staff assistant, Rachel Pressey.
Present.
Thank you, Rachel. And DDIS Director Darlene Coyle is not here tonight. Good evening. This is the open meeting of the Town of Auburn Planning Board of Tuesday, January 26, 2021, now called to order at 7 p.m. This meeting is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of the emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of the public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted with the agenda materials for this meeting on the town's website, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely, so as long as reasonable public access is afforded, so the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. For this meeting, the Planning Board is convening by remote participation for the public only. Although some members of the Planning Board are physically located in the Selectmen's Meeting Room in Town Hall, those members and employees are practicing social distancing in accordance with the Governor's orders. For public to join the meeting remotely by telephone, call 1-312-757-3121 and enter access code 133-747-477. Or the public can join via computer at the gotomeeting.com/join/133747477. The remote access information has been posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note that this meeting is being recorded by the Auburn Cable Television. Accordingly, those members of the Planning Board, employees, and members of the public who participate, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you, and please take care not to share your screen from your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. All supporting materials that have been provided to members of this body are available on the town's website. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda. I'll set some ground rules. We are now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I, Chair of the Board, will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, the Chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Please remember to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until the Chair yields the floor to you and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in discussion with other members, please do so through the Chair, taking care to identify yourself. After members have spoken, the Chair will afford public comment as follows. The Chair will ask members of the public who wish to speak to identify their names and addresses only. Once the Chair has a list of all public comments, I will call on each by name and afford 3 minutes for any comments. Finally, each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted by roll call vote. And moving on to the agenda, applicant JT Acquisitions, LLC, requesting the site plan approval under Section 9.4 of the Auburn zoning bylaws for construction of two buildings on currently vacant land with landscaping and stormwater management improvements on property located at 15 Technology Drive, Auburn, Mass., map 42, parcel 40. Is there anyone from the Planning Board that would have a comment or would you like me to address Todd? Hearing none. Todd, can you give us a quick rundown of what we have here? We all just got a late.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you, John. This is Todd Broder. Can you all hear me?
I can hear you fine, Todd.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Here on behalf of the applicant, JT Acquisition, when we were last before you, there were a few open items, including the review by Graves Engineering and satisfying those comments. And I think at that last meeting, you may not have had the benefit of the DPW letter or the fire department communication. So I'm hoping that you have had an opportunity to review those. In particular, the DPW letter addressed what I would characterize as the need to have some test pits done on site in the soil testing, and that had been done with Graves in the interim period before between the last hearing and this, and Graves commented on that in their updated review letter, which is dated January 25th. So as we worked through all those issues now with Graves and DPW and the fire department, and I think have addressed in the latest set of plans the members' concerns, we're looking to see if there are any additional issues that have surfaced, or if we feel satisfied that we can close this hearing and move on.
Does anyone from the board have a comment? I'll call you by name. Nick, do you have any comments or questions?
No, I do not, John.
Ron, do you have any comments or questions?
No, I don't.
Steve, do you have any comments or questions?
I don't.
Todd, same for you. Any comments or questions?
No, I don't.
So as far as I know, Todd, I believe that you got the response from the DPW. I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen the fire department, but I know that the test pits were done. It's in the Graves report, and they agree with the finding that the original designer had classified the soils. So there's not a problem there. The only other question I had was, they didn't really state anything, but it says on page 3 of 6, it's under number 6, but it's on page 3 at the bottom, it's the last sentence. Although vehicle access into the buildings would be awkward and inconvenient, GEI is not aware of a prohibition, for the layout. Is there any way they can make that easier, or what? I mean...
I think the issue is really that we were trying to retain some of the area on the northern part of the site and not go all the way up to sight line with the site improvements. And there's an obvious setback from Technology Drive that's required in a drive aisle and parking space, depths that are necessary. So there's not really a whole lot that can be done. Jay Dubois is on the phone from DC Engineering, who's the project engineer. I don't know, Jay, if there's any latitude there, or if this is, if we're kind of down to nitty gritty on the area there.
Yeah, Jay here. We had to push the curbing, a little closer to the building along Technology Drive to meet that 10-foot setback, so that kind of squeezed the drive aisle, another couple feet. I did put a template in here for like a single unit vehicle that you can see on the top left side of that screen, and it is able to, back in or drive in or drive out of the garage. And that would be a bigger vehicle, a longer vehicle than like a typical, contractor-sized dump truck, like a dual-wheel dump truck. I know in the back it's a little bit tighter as well, but again, it's really all we can do as far as the building and the curbs. So the back will be a little bit tighter, but the front door should be able to be pulled in and out of with a fairly decent-sized vehicle.
Are those drive-through bays from front to back?
Todd, I'm not sure. Preston on the line?
I'm not sure if he is. I think
I believe.
I think that's the intention, John. I'm not sure that's how they'll necessarily be used, and I think it's left as an option to be that way. These are. I did see the design plan at one point, but I'm not. I don't know that we. I don't have it in front of me. I'm sorry.
That's all right. They just kind of perfectly line up, Todd. That's why I was asking, because if, instead of trying to come around the back, you can always drive in the front.
Yes.
And the only other question I had was about the fire department, and I'll take your word that you got approval from the fire department. You have a letter from them, Todd?
So they only issued emails, and I don't know, Adam, if those are in your file or not. If you want to confirm that, but I do have a copy of the email from Greg from the fire department.
I wasn't CC'd with those emails, so I don't have anything for the files at this time. I did reach out to Greg this morning, but I haven't heard back yet.
I mean, I'm happy to send it to you. I can send you that, but it won't help you for right this moment.
That would be greatly appreciated. Does anyone from the public have any comment? There being none, may I have a motion to close this hearing?
I'll make that motion, John.
May I have a second?
Chambers, I'll second.
All those in favor? Nicholas Lynch,
Aye.
Ron Brooks,
Aye.
Steve Chambers,
Aye.
Todd Corain.
Aye.
Okay, my only thing would be, Todd, as soon as, if we vote to approve this, it would be based on one condition, that Adam gets a copy of the email and confirms.
Sure. I just sent it to him as we were talking, so.
I figured you did.
Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve pending Adam's reading of the email? Bueller?
Chambers, I'll make that motion.
May I have a second?
Todd, I'll second.
All those in favor? Nicholas Lynch,
Aye.
Ron Brooks,
Aye.
Steve Chambers,
Aye.
Todd Corain,
Aye.
myself, John Regan, and I. It is a vote. Good luck, Todd.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
In other business, Adam has something to say regarding a grant.
Yes, thank you. The Planning Department and the Economic Development Department are applying for an extension of a grant that we received last year. This is a district local technical assistance grant that CMRPC puts out each year. The grant last year was to develop a conceptual redesign of Goddard Park. The work is not 100% complete. The extension of the grant will be to finalize a survey, which is kind of a new technology CMRPC is working with. They're doing some mapping features to show what some of the potential amenities could be included at Goddard Park, kind of improvements. And they're going to be putting that out, assuming we get the grant in the next couple of months. We'll circulate the survey to the public, and CMRPC will at the end put together a report analyzing the results of the survey. So what I'm looking for tonight is a vote of the planning boards, for the planning board to support this grant. It's helpful to show that multiple bodies in town are all aware and supportive, as this is a competitive grant.
That being said, does anyone have any comments? Being none, may I have a motion to support the town of Auburn applying for this grant and obtaining this grant for Goddard Park?
It's Ronnie, John. I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
Steve Chambers, I'll second.
All those in favor? Nicholas Lynch,
Aye.
Ron Brooks,
Aye.
Steve Chambers,
Aye.
Todd Corain.
Aye.
Myself, John Regan, is an aye. It is a vote. The other thing I'd like to mention, you will have to come up to the town to sign the paperwork for 15 Technology Drive. If you guys could do that as early as you can, so it's out of Adam's hair and it's done.
Yeah, so there's a couple items from the last meeting that have to be signed in person, an A&R and the lot releases for Albert Street. If those who were here at the last meeting can make their way down to the Board of Selectmen's office to sign, that'll be very helpful.
You have to call ahead, though. They do it during the day, don't they, Adam?
Yes, there's always one person in the office. We're currently working kind of a skeleton crew with part of the staff working remote. But there will be somebody during office hours in the office.
There's nothing else on the agenda. There's nothing unforeseen by the chair. There's no member town planner update other than what Adam just informed us about the grant. So our next meeting is February 9th. And may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Steve Chambers, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
May I have a second?
Ron Brooks, I'll second.
All those in favor, Nicholas Lynch,
Aye.
Ron Brooks,
Aye.
Steve Chambers,
Aye.
Todd Corain,
Aye.
myself, John Regan, is an aye. It is a vote. Thank you, gentlemen. The meeting is now closed. Have a great night.